Asalaamu Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Aisha from Everyday Nasiha. Well, as promised, I'm going to be doing just a quick video today about the Ancestry DNA test we are giving away. To be entered in for a chance to win, you just need to go to our website, everydaynasiha.com, enter your email there. And if you're not interested in the Ancestry DNA test for yourself, it would make a great Eid gift for a family member or a friend. But also enter your email anyway. You'll get a bi-weekly newsletter from us. It'll have some great a behind-the-scenes look as we get ready to launch the website, Everyday Nasiha, on July 15th. So that's coming up really soon. And then also, we'll be doing a lot more giveaways and surprises, especially when Eid comes. So to be entered into that, you do need to sign up with your email. So please head over to everydaynasiha.com and do that when you get the chance. Okay, so now let's go over and look at the test here. Okay, so here you see it says, hello, Elizabeth. That is my given name. When I reverted to Islam, I chose the name Aisha. So just a heads up, that's why it says Elizabeth there. But these are my results. And we are going to look at three parts, basically, is what the information you're going to get from the Ancestry DNA test. We have your ethnicity estimate, genetic communities, and DNA matches. So we're going to take a look first at our ethnicity estimate, or my ethnicity estimate. That is loading up. Okay, and you see it comes up with an interactive map on the right. We got a little pie chart over here, and I'm just going to expand that to show 12 more regions. Okay, so here we go. It says Africa, 44%, and then it's going to give you a little bit more detail on each particular region. We have Cameroon, Congo, 15%, Nigeria, 10%, Benin, Togo, 9%. So those were the really strong regions that showed up in my DNA for Africa. And we have the low confidence region. We could just click here to take a look. And we have Mali at 6%, Senegal 2%, Africa, South Central hunter-gatherers at 2%. And if you want any more information about any of these regions, you're just going to click and then go to See Details. And then it takes you to another section. It'll give you a little history about that area. So that is really neat. Okay, so let's go back here. And then we're going to scroll down to Europe, 55%. We have Ireland, 13%, Europe West, 13%, Scandinavia, 11%, and Great Britain, 6%. And then there's just a few low confidence regions as well. Europe East at 7%, Iberian Peninsula, which is Spain, Italy, Greece, and Finland, all around 2% or less. And then just to give you an idea, these are all the regions that the Ancestry DNA test will look for. Let me click that here. Okay, so you can see all the areas that they're able to test. They got the Middle East, the Caucasus, Polynesia, Melanesia, Native American, European Jewish, Finland, Italy, Greece, Iberian Peninsula, Europe East, Great Britain, Scandinavia, Europe West, Ireland, Asia South, Asia East, Asia Central. And then if you see over to the right here, it gives you some information. Oh, it went away. But it says Asia Central, primarily located in Afghanistan, Azerbaijan. So it gives you a little bit more information about that area. Ivory Coast, Africa North, Africa Southeastern, Africa South Central hunter-gatherers, Senegal, Mali, Benin, Togo, Nigeria. So these are and the Cameroon, Congo here. So these are all the areas that they'll be able to test when you do your DNA test with Ancestry. And I know they are looking to expand it because as we know, there's a lot more countries than that in Africa and Europe and everywhere. But that's going to take some time. But inshallah, once they do that, you don't need to retest. The new information will automatically be applied to your test. Okay, and then also for my results, they weren't that surprising. My father is African American and my mom is white. So, I kind of knew what to expect. Well, let me get back here. But what was neat about it, I didn't know, which particular areas in Africa that the ancestors on my father's side were from. So that was neat to get a little bit of history there. Okay, so now we are going to go back. Okay, so I'm going to tell you about the genetic communities now. And let me see. Okay, so the genetic communities are groups of ancestry DNA members who are connected through DNA, most likely because they descend from a population of common ancestors, even if they no longer live in the area where those ancestors once lived. So I'm going to look at my genetic community, which is African Americans in Virginia and the Deep South. I click here. Gives me the interactive map to the right, and then a little overview here, a timeline about that period. So a lot of great information for you to check out and research. Okay, so let's go back here. Oh, and one thing I wanted to show you too, go back to these are some of the genetic communities that they have available. And this just gives you some more precise information on your ancestry. So for Asia, let's see. So far, they have Armenians, Syrian Lebanese, Polynesians, Filipinos, and Guamanians. Go back. Europe, they have a lot with Europe. Scandinavia, then it breaks it down into Finns, Eastern Norwegians, Swedes, Western Norwegians. So even if you think, oh, I know I'm 100%, Scandinavian, I don't need to take the test. By looking into these genetic communities, it'll give you a lot more information, which particular part, where your ancestors from. So definitely, even if you think you know 100%, it's worthwhile to check out. All right, well, let's go back here. Back to the DNA homepage. Okay, and the third part here, which I really liked, was the DNA matches. So it says I have 531 fourth cousins or closer. So I'm going to click here to view all the DNA matches. And I was really excited about this because I didn't know too much about my biological father, which he is African American. And I really didn't know of too much family on that side. But through the testing and being able to link up with some of my DNA matches, I've been able to find out some more information about that side of my family. So that was amazing. So you see right away, it brings up my mom here, Nancy Gaines. It determined that we have a parent or child relationship. It lets you know the confidence of this match is extremely high. And if we can continue to scroll down, it shows I have a couple of second cousins and then third cousins. It gives you the possible range, like third to fourth cousins, the confidence of that match. These all say extremely high. You're able to click on a match and you could go to that person's profile who you have a DNA match with. You can also send them a message as well and communicate with them. And so that is what I have been doing. Let me go back here. And just keep scrolling down and then it goes to fourth cousins. And as you can see, there are hundreds. So most of these people you're not going to even know because the DNA test, it goes back, several hundred years. So like for the, third, fourth cousins, you're going to share, a great, great, great grandparent down the line. And it even goes to far as your sixth, seventh, eighth cousins. So people, you share a great, 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 great grandfather with. And one last thing to show you, you can click here too for your genetic communities, and that'll show you all your DNA matches that match particularly with that genetic community. So I'm going to select mine here, African Americans in Virginia and the Deep South. And so this is going to pull up now just all the matches that are on my father's side. So this was great. This was really helped me to pinpoint some of the relatives on that side of my family. You can view the match of all of them, contact them, reach out to them. Okay, so I'm going to just go back to the DNA homepage. Okay, guys, so I think that's about it. I've probably left out some things. If you have any questions, feel free just to send me a message or leave me a comment. I'll be happy to answer them. And Jazakallah khair, thank you for taking the time to watch. Don't forget, like us on Facebook, like us on Instagram, go to our site, everydaynasiha.com, sign up for our free newsletter, a lot more goodies and giveaways coming up. And Asalaamu Alaikum. You guys have a great day.
Be great.